Hello, welcome to the Heart's Frontier, to the Side Chicks Facebook group, or to Oracle Fest YouTube, wherever you are watching from today. So, today is January 4th, 2025, which means we are still in the Omen days practice. And so, today represents October 2025. October 2025, what will you hold for us? In October 2025, I am doing an not ancestry, an ancestral healing retreat in Scotland. So if you have been watching my life in Scotland and envious, then don't be my friend. Just come join us. Just join us in Scotland, and then you have no reason to be envious. Everyone will be envying you then for getting all the Scotland time in. So what we're going to be doing ancestral healing ceremonies, rituals. We'll be feasting. We'll be doing stories. There's going to be so much stuff that happens in that October retreat. It's called Return to Earth. Okay, so Return to Earth is the name of that. You can message me for the link. I will give you the link so you can learn more about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Like it's totally the vibes that you would want, which is comfortable. It's not going to be some rustic is great. Let's be clear. I've lived in rustic environments. You all know for quite a while if you've been watching for a long time. And when you're going and doing deep work, you're stirring a whole bunch of stuff up. You're stirring your generational trauma up. I think it's good to have a place to rest that feels luxurious, that feels comfortable. You're going to be fed well. You're going to be immersed in nature. You can have an option for baths and sauna and hot tub and aromatherapy treatments and reflexology if you want. I'm going to bring my hands and I will be useful and I will give as the whole weekend goes on. And so I have Thai massage and aromatherapy massage and all these different things I'm really willing to give. I just want to say here's the Earth Magic deck. If you have not checked out the Dr. Stephen Farmer Oracle Mountain chats, I highly recommend you go do that. He's just such a pleasure to listen to. He's so lovely. I'm so grateful that he is joining us for Oracle Fest. Oracle Fest is January 31st. Whoops, that was three. I'm just going to take them. We're going to have a lot of shamanic healing. This is the shamanic healing deck from Michelle Matuzas, who's also joining us. Oracle Fest is January 31st to February 2nd, 2025. So coming up in 4 weeks. How exciting. So this is the first of its kind, which means I need support for it. This is not one of those things you want to like wait a couple years and see, because maybe prices will go up, right? If it's that popular. So I highly recommend you go check out the replays, the VIP option, because then you're going to not worry if you have to miss anything, right? Like you're not going to be upset with yourself if you're having to go offline for part of the afternoon one day, let's say. So go check out the VIP option. There is a payment plan, okay? So you can pay the VIP option, get all the replays, but pay it out over 3 months. So there's reasons, obviously, if you are financially strapped where that even the 3 month payment plan doesn't work for you. But please be aware, if that doesn't work for you, this VIP option, the 3 payment plan, it's $74 per month for 3 months. And then you get access the whole rest of the year to all of these replays. You'll also get access to the Tending the Ancestral Fire replays, which is like the precursor to the Ancestral Healing Retreat in Scotland. You'll also get access to the Align Your Energy program in the spring. So you're going to be able to continue with all the Oracle Fest folks in the VIP stream anyway to go do this. I think there's so much benefit to doing this work in a group and a community shared space because you're going to be able to also see other people go through different learnings, or they might have realizations, epiphanies during Oracle Fest weekend that you can be privy to. And it'd be cool to see how those transpire after the fact. We're building to have in-person workshops and festivals and events. So would really, really love also if you let me know where you live, where you want us to be, so that I can also have an understanding of where everyone is at. And then I'm not doing an event in Timbuktu and no one's there. Okay, so October. feels like a culmination, like lots of things bubbling. It could also be, though, that sort of things are bubbling, like brewing time, where it's like, yeah. It says, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Interestingly, there's someone facing this way and then other people facing that way. And I see this as like helpful guides, and then this energy as turning away from it. So I actually see us as these beings, and that this person discovering their own truth might actually make it to that same place, but without the support. And so I'd recommend you find ways that are with support. And so it may be that you connect to a teacher in October 2025. So again, if you're new to this Omen Days practice, go check out some of the other videos that I've posted. I'm doing a reading for every month of the year. January was December 26th. Now we're at January. Yeah, now we're at January 4th, and I am looking into October energy for 2025. So we have surrender, and we also have death. So don't panic. Don't panic. Surrender, and then there's also death. Death in this new way. This speaks more to like a completion energy sort of month. Things are wrapping up, and other things might just be falling away, and we have to allow that. We need to let that happen. That's what surrender is about. Some people really think surrender is like giving up everything. And in a way, you're giving up the maybe perceived control you thought you had at some point. But really, surrender is also the allowing and the permitting of what is to be. And death is also, it is, and it is what it is, right? Like that things do die. And that is, even if you just have food in your house, it goes bad, right? Like things change. Things are constantly evolving and constantly changing. And truth, your own truth, stays within every death and rebirth cycle, which is really interesting. You know, we can go through life and feel as though we've become. Sometimes I feel like I'm on version 700 something, you know, because of how many different iterations of like self-identity that we might have gone through. So even if you're going through a bit of a death of who you thought you were or who you thought someone else was, in October, you stand in the light of truth, right? You stand still discovering your truth. And so be allowing and accepting of all of those changes of deaths, perceived deaths that might occur. Yeah, we have shaman, which is ancient healing wisdom. There has been a theme this year, a few different moments where it felt like a lot more pull to ancient or to past life. This shaman and ancient healing wisdom also feels like recovering aspects of yourself. So you could be going through quite a lot of deep healing in October. If you're joining us at that retreat in Scotland, you definitely are. You're definitely connected with shamanic work in October. So I'm not surprised at all that this would show up. And it's called Return to Earth, that retreat, because we are going through a death cycle and coming back through our ancestral healing work, which is really beautiful. So there's a lot to love about when things leave and end, and what comes through, what comes back to us. Oh, then we have New Day, right? So really, what are we even leaving behind if we know that we're greeted with this new day? Do we actually mourn every single night when the sun goes away? No, we don't, because we expect that there is a recycle, a rebirth coming back. Women, I mean females, really. Like if you have a female body and you have menstruated, you understand that when you bleed, there is some sort of cycle of death rebirth happening, and we become familiar with it, that actually there is a new shift of energy. Sometimes we might feel cleansed or relieved in some kind of way, that there's a new energy being swept in with this next cycle. And then we also have psychic development and reunion of souls. So it's very interesting. We're definitely going to be very connected to the non-ordinary. I mean, October is also when the veil is quite thin. You know, we go into that Celtic New Year space, that death and spirits who have passed on. Mediumship might be a lot more obvious or opened up. You might work with intuitives or psychics this month. Psychic development is for yourself, though. This is for yourself, and I see it really increasing. The reunion of souls, it really begs the question also, what are you letting go so that also your soul connections can come in, your soul friends, your soul, romances. What can you discard so that there's also space for them? We have the Lady of the Mirror, which is reflection and non-judgment, and the Metal King, which is discipline, armor, boundaries. And I see these two as like a bit of an unlikely pair, but both of them have this like metallic quality, like the mirror and the metal. So even though there's darkness, there's also like an acceptance, right? So here's the death, and then the Lady of the Mirror is the surrender into this like pool of water, this reflective surface. In a sense, they almost remind me of a reunion of souls, these two. For some reason, I've never seen them this way. It's feeling very like I see them almost as this like divine partner, because the Metal King protects with discipline and with boundaries, right? And the Lady of the Mirror can then be fully, herself without this fear of judgment, without this lack of reflection. We have Owl Spirit, which says you see clearly now. There's something definitely about the veil thinning and you being able to see or connect to spirits or hear spirits, feel spirits way more clearly. That definitely feels like a part of this October energy. Owl Spirit is also about teaching and wisdom. So when I think about that shaman card, it's also speaking to me about these ancient teachings. And so you might do more upper realm work. We had upper realm connection last month, didn't we? In September here, we had it was like hawk and white raven, I think. And so now we go into owl. So there's a lot of upper realm focus and people who have passed on or guides looking to support us in October. We're going to notice that support. It's always true, right? It's never like, oh, no one's supporting you in the spirit world. You're just on your own this month. It's just that there's some months where you might feel the presence of animals more than you feel the presence of upper realm messengers. You might feel the presence of ancestors versus angels or something. And then we have Buffalo Spirit. I love some Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. That security that I felt last month, that feeling of security feels way more. This is what has been brewing, has been like coming up. So there's definitely like more of an influx. If you were to do like a stock market kind of chart here, this is one of these upswing months. So you can look forward to that. On top of all these other things you're navigating, there is still a physical world, right? And the physical world seems to be doing well or on the up in a very big way in this month of October 2025. So if the world does not feel so abundant right now, the universe does not feel so abundant right now, I didn't mention, but there are pay what you can, name your price ticket options for Oracle Fest. So if you're wanting to join us, you're wanting to just pop into some sessions, right? You're not able to show for the whole time, or you're not able to pay for the whole ticket for the replays. Don't worry, just join us, right? It's $11 to $99, anywhere within there. If it's a repeating number, you can have that as your ticket price. And I did that because I have been through many different situations myself, as an entrepreneur, as a healing practitioner throughout the past many years. As I'm sure you can imagine, it's not been easy. And I never want finances to stand in the way of people being able to learn from others and to get the healing that they might need. So please do take advantage of that. Anywhere from $11 to $99. We'd be happy to have you at Oracle Fest. And enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Let me know if you're following along with this Oracle Fest Omen Days practice, and hope to see you there.